You're listening to Burnt, and this is episode 5. Hey, I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and some days we're burnt out.
And some days we're burning it down. This is Burnt, a podcast where you're not going to find us reading off of a script.
These are real, unfiltered, raw conversations between two moms, two women, and all of our friends.
We got a lot of friends, and we are all fired up and ready to make some change.
We're ready to burn it down, and we want you to join us on this journey where we aren't just burning it down, but we're figuring out how to fix it and rebuild it.
Because you got to scorch a little earth, controlled burn, before something beautiful can grow.
Join us every week here for Burnt, wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts.
How are you?
I'm good. You look so good.
Oh, thanks, friend. So do you. I was just about to apply some lip gloss, and I'm just gonna, use my camera here. I really like
As I'm like, let me look at my lips.
Yeah. I don't like a sticky gloss, so I like these little elf glosses. I don't know what it's officially called. Does it have the Glow Reviver Lip Oil is what it's called. I have them in several colors. I love them. Elf has really turned up their game. I'm working on extracting myself from the Sephora world, and I'm a beauty product junkie. I gotta admit it. This is one of my, what is it? It's like my little secret embarrassing, like the amount of products I own. It's really embarrassing. So
I like that though. I'm not a makeup person. I own makeup, but I can't be bothered. And it's only been the past 2 weeks since we've been recording that I am wearing mascara every day, and it scares my husband and kids. They're like, "Where are you going today? Why are you wearing mascara?" I go, "I am just trying, okay? I'm trying. That is it." And I will put the mascara on. I bought at Costco a 4-pack of NYX Butter Gloss.
Ooh.
And it came in 4 colors. So I'm trying to do that. Of course, then it's on my coffee cup. And so then I get comments from the husband and kids like, "So you wore lip gloss today? Like, what were you doing? Did you have a meeting?" Just trying. That's it. I'm just trying.
I mean, sometimes a little lipstick and mascara can change a vibe. It really can shift your entire way that you're moving through the world. And I will definitely have fun with makeup. So there was a little known fun fact about me. When before I got married, I had started a business. I was a few years into this business, but it was not financially sustainable for me alone. And so I had a full-time job at the Nordstrom cosmetics department. And I was a counter manager for a skincare and like body care line, Philosophy. And then through that, I ended up interviewing with Bobbi Brown to be a Bobbi Brown makeup artist. And I ended up turning down that opportunity because it would have taken me totally away from the event planning business that I had started. So
Look at these fun little facts.
right? So I love makeup. Makeup is super fun. Like I'll put on a fun eyeshadow. Like I did like a kind of sparkly purple eyeshadow over the weekend. But there are days where I love not having any makeup at all, and just I'll lean really into my skincare. But I'm a
mask person. Like I love masks, and nobody knows when I'm going to put on a mask, but I come downstairs and I will have a gold mask. I will have a pumpkin smelling scrub mask. I will have the puffy eye things on. And then of course everyone, "Where are you going?"
Yeah.
What are you
Do you
doing?
do the sheet masks that you sleep in?
No. No.
Okay, you need to try these. There are a few that I like. I'll send you links.
We'll put them in the show notes for
We'll
everybody.
put them in the
too.
show notes. But there's one that I really like that you sleep in, and it's like a 2-piece mask. So it goes over your forehead and your eyes, and then there's like a lower level of it. And you put it on and like press it in, and then you sleep in it, and it absorbs into your skin overnight, and when it is clear, then you remove it.
Hmm.
So, and it just really, I love those, and that is a game changer for my skin when I am extra bedraggled. But I also love those little under eye guys. I did those the other day, but just for no reason other than I haven't been sleeping for, I don't know, how long has this
Nine
presidency
months?
been? So I will do little things to try to make myself look a little more awake and alive. The other thing I'm using are whitening eye drops. I'm trying not to use them every day, but when my eyes are extra, I asked my doctor. I was like, "Are these blood pressure medication meds that you've given me for PTSD and panic attacks? Like, is this making my eyes red? Why are my eyes red?" And my doctor was like, "Nope, that's not a side effect. You're just really tired and you're not sleeping enough." So I have these whitening eye drops and then those little under eye guys that I'll use occasionally. And then I I love, oh, there's a Fenty Beauty under eye.
That just sounds expensive.
Yeah, it's Rihanna. Yeah, I love her. So I'm like high low with my makeup and my skincare. Like I
I
know,
want some hair tips next because yours is
oh,
on point. My blow dryer just sucked. I like the Revlon one.
yeah.
It's like the brush so that you don't, it cuts down the time. And I was doing my daughter's hair the other day and all of a sudden it smelled like burnt hair and something's like pop, pop, pop. It died.
Mhm.
So we just upgraded that.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Did you get a new Revlon one or did
Yeah.
you get a
I got
different?
a new
Okay.
Revlon one that's got like the ceramic something and it
Yes.
it actually has the little tab where you can take it apart so it compacts to
Oh,
travel.
nice. I like
It's the
that.
new version. Yeah.
I had the Revlon one and I switched to, I don't know how to say it. If it's Lange, it's like L apostrophe ANGE. I don't know.
Again, sounds
But
expensive.
yeah, I so I switched to that one. But you know the trick with those is to use just a regular blow dryer or let your hair air dry so that it's not soaking wet when you start using it. You've got to like let your hair be a little
I
bit.
towel dry.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, there's a towel on my head. I don't do the get ready with me videos because there's so little getting ready that the video would take about 30 seconds. I'd be like, this is my toner, and I don't know why I use a toner, but I use a toner.
Yeah.
And then I use a moisturizer from Rock that has SPF, and now mascara, and I'm done. So there's your
I'm
get ready with me video.
jealous. I have a lot of stuff. My hair, I will say my hair is looking good because I got it highlighted and got the grays covered up yesterday. So I'm still in, and I sleep with it in like a massive silk scrunchie in like a bun on top of my head so that it's not like rubbing around on my pillowcase. But then I also have a satin pillowcase for hair. And I started going down this hair journey because I was losing my hair. And it started happening after my second kiddo. And there was a hair care line that I was using because it was an MLM.
Mm.
I'm not going to put them on blast here, but there was an MLM hair care line and my hair fell out from using it. And my friend who was selling it, who I love dearly, she was an amazing human. And she never had the hair loss experience with this hair care line. She's like, no, 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 it's just shedding. It's shedding like dead, like stuff that, and I'm like, I don't think that's supposed to be happening. So I went through this whole journey of trying to regrow my hair. And I also went pretty gray pretty fast in 2021 when I got some really shocking trauma. There was some news that happened that changed my entire life that I'm sure at some point you and I will talk about here, but
Yeah.
not yet. But my hair went from maybe like 10% gray to 60% gray within 6 months of that trauma. So my hair journey has been very much a part of it. I take that Mary Ruth hair vitamin. I actually haven't taken it in a while, but it's a multivitamin liquid that has hair growth properties in it. I've also gone through phases where I take biotin as a supplement. to help with hair and nail strength. I sometimes will like massage my scalp to stimulate hair growth. There are also some oils that you can put in your scalp. I haven't been doing any of that lately because I feel like I got my hair kind of out of the weeds, and now I'm still getting a lot of hair growth. I think a lot of it comes from nutrition, but outside of that, I I use the Costco Kirkland brand shampoo and conditioner because it is linked to Pureology. Like it's got similar. I'm an ingredients girl, so it doesn't have to be a brand name for me. I look at the ingredients, and they've got very similar ingredients. So I use the Kirkland shampoo and conditioner, and then once a week I will do, or once every other week, I will do an Olaplex cleansing and bond repair shampoo. It's not meant for every day, but you want to look for things that have bond repair in them. I am really going on quite the tangent
Yeah,
here.
I'm like, wow, this
My
is a
God.
lot. I just wanted to know if you used a curling iron or something.
And then I'll do like a deep hydrating mask. And I let my hair air dry for the most part. And then once it's mostly air dried, then I will take that styling brush and smooth it out. And I do also have a curling iron that I use, but I don't use it every day because I don't want to heat damage my hair.
Yeah.
I
Well,
yeah,
there you
I
have it. There is your beauty
guys, did I
routine.
just literally talk for 11 minutes
Hmm.
about beauty?
Yes. Yes, you
And
did.
we didn't even talk about skincare.
We're good. We're good. I gave my skincare routine. One, two, three, done.
I'm probably six steps of skincare. Yeah. So
It's good
you never
stuff.
know what you're this is my self-care right now. I feel like I need more sleep, but hydration and taking care of myself even if it's just my hair.
Yeah.
Like
Well, if you feel good on the outside, then you feel good on the inside, I feel.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
just it is. And it's not that you have to like beautify, but if it makes you feel pampered and good, then you'll feel good inside, I feel. So,
Well, it's kind of like if you're wearing a pair of jeans that fit you just right, like you're going to walk with a lot more confidence and you're going to feel more comfortable in your body than if you're wearing a pair of jeans that's a size or two too small and that you barely got zipped.
or too big.
Yeah, or too big. Like I think, and maybe for me, maybe I'm putting a lot of emphasis into some of these things that I'm doing for myself from a self-care, like hair care, skincare world, because I don't feel great on the inside. I feel overwhelmed. I feel burned out. I feel exhausted. I feel scared. I feel like I'm failing as a mother and as a human and as a citizen. And so, okay, maybe if I can put on a lip gloss and do my hair today, I'm going to feel like a little less shitty about myself.
And it's something you can control.
Oh
It's
God.
within what we can do for ourselves when things are affecting us that we have no control over.
Oh my God, that's so real. That's and for me, I have to be careful because that actually turns into an eating disorder for me. So I'm really like I even felt it this morning. I can't believe I'm gonna say this right now. I have been feeling really uncomfortable in my body, and I don't like the way that there are certain things I'm noticing about myself. Like my thighs are touching in a way that I don't like, and it's triggering my high school eating disorder feelings. And I was convinced. I don't usually get on a scale, but occasionally I will. And I got on the scale this morning, convinced that that number was going to be 10 pounds higher than what it actually was. And when I saw what the number was, knowing that it was 2 to 3 pounds more than where I normally am, and that was really jarring for me, actually, to see that like I had mentally taken it to this
Mm.
like, oh my God, I've gained 10 pounds. I am not taking care of myself. I'm eating tacos and like shitty food, and I'm probably not hydrating or getting enough vegetables, and I'm this and this and this, and I'm not exercising right now. And I just was really spinning out. And then I stood on the scale and I saw that number was 2 to 3 pounds different rather than 10. That was a little bit of a wake up call for me, because I hyper fixate on
Mm-hmm.
what can I control when there's so much that I cannot control.
It's so true. Well, I'm glad that it wasn't what you thought it was,
Yeah.
and that there was a pleasant surprise and like a kind of smack you in the face wake up call
Yeah.
of like, no,
Yeah,
you're good.
totally.
You're good. Eat the taco.
And
Eat the
then
damn
I'll have a
taco.
cookie afterwards. And frankly, like, even if I do gain 10 pounds, so what? So fucking what? Like, if I'm gonna gain 10 pounds during an incredibly traumatic time for all of us collectively, the least I can do is be gentle with myself and be
Mm.
gentle with what my body needs. If my body needs 10 extra pounds, okay. Like, let the it's a Mary Oliver quote, I think. Let the soft animal of your heart want what it wants. Like,
Mm.
if that's what my body needs to get through what we're going through, then okay, then
Yeah.
that's what it needs. As long
Yeah.
as I'm not like doing hard drugs. I am taking edibles. But I am not doing like hard drugs. I am not an alcoholic. I'm not like drinking every day. I am not engaging in super unhealthy behaviors. I'm not binge eating and then like it's it's a taco and a cookie. And that's okay. And I
Everything in
think
moderation. That is
we
what I tell my kids. Everything in moderation,
we need to have grace
but
for ourselves.
not drugs. No, I don't.
Yeah, no. Not
Those
heroin.
not in moderation. No,
No.
those are just a no.
It's a hard pass.
Yeah, no, never done it. Not going to do it. I'm
No.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Wow. What did we were going to talk about something else and we have gone a completely different direction, and I kind of love it, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's real. This is life.
Yeah.
We're fighting the patriarchy. We are eating and we are putting on lip gloss. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I think so much of what we talk about is what it's like to be a human in this moment, and not like a polished perfect political operative or a like polished perfect podcaster and content creator. It's what is it like to be a human right now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's complicated and layered, and until we like, as long as we still have autonomy and agency over certain aspects of our lives, like, God damn it, I'm gonna lean in to that agency and that autonomy. And if that means I'm deep conditioning my hair twice a month and eating some cookies and a taco, then drinking wine with friends, hell yes, I'm gonna
Until
lean in.
they dictate what color
Yeah.
lip gloss it's got to be and what color highlight we have to wear, we're going to do what we want.
Oh my God, actually, you just triggered something for me.
Okay.
In our last week's episode, that if you are visually watching this podcast and you're not just listening to it, you might notice we're wearing the exact same things because we literally just recorded back to back. And in that episode from last week, I talked about my like culty church, evangelical church experience. So part of what I was in that like religious extremist world in college was related to show choir in college.
Hmm.
And we all had a very specific shade of lipstick we had to wear.
Big sigh.
Yep. And it did not look good on me. And I remembered being like, well, can't I pick a red that has cool undertones? Because I have cool undertones. Why do I have to have this orangey red with warm undertones? And it was like, no, everybody needs to look the same. We all need the exact same lip color, regardless of how it looks on you.
And not to be judgy McJudgersons, but the super blonde highlights that we're seeing, the makeup all being the same, it's a little concerning.
It is. We need to bring our friend Suzanne Lambert on
Oh,
because
yes.
she's nailed it.
Go
Mm,
look her up, everybody. If you don't know who we're talking about, go look her up.
Yeah. I mean, truly, like she said something about like, I will not be responding to comments from people who look like this, and this, and this. If they are going to criticize how I look, I will come for them.
If you have a K in your name and not Katie, can we just stop? I'm
Oh, the Katies.
yeah,
There are a lot of
somebody,
Katies.
I like the name and we'll leave it at that. So let's not destroy the name Katie. Because, there's Katie Couric and I love her. So
Love Katie Couric. Katie Couric, if you're listening, I really would love to work with you. Katie
Katie
Couric.
Couric, I wanted to be you in college.
Yeah, there was a full moment when I was trying to decide what to major in college. Even like not work with you, Katie. Like I will volunteer, like just to be in your orbit. But fun fact, Katie Couric follows me on Instagram.
Which means that there's a potential she's
There's a
seeing this
possibility.
episode.
But no, when I was in college, I was trying to decide what to major in right before I went to Purdue. And my mom was convinced, she was like, you need to be in broadcast journalism. This is what you should do. And I was going through this rebellious phase of like, whatever my mom said, I was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. And she was like, you could be the next Katie Couric. And I was like, there's no way I could never be the next Katie Couric. Katie Couric is Katie Couric. Like you're crazy. I'm not. I have no business being in front of a camera or on TV or in journalism. Like and it was and now I'm like, fuck, if I had just listened to my mother, maybe I could have been Katie Couric's intern.
I had a friend, Kirk Hawkins, who currently works for KTLA. Yes, he actually did go on. We thought we were going to be Matt and Katie. We were like, this is what we're going to do. Even though I was a law major, we were like, this is what we're going to do. And I did not. I went down the corporate aviation path and I was actually sitting in a hotel getting ready with the TV on in, I think it was like North Carolina. And there's freaking Kirk telling the news. And I'm like, oh my God, he made it. He made it. I had not talked to him in like a decade. And I'm finding his email and sending him a message. I'm like, I see you and you've made it. You've done it. I'm so proud of you. And so we're now connected again. And he interviewed me for my book launch and stuff, like totally Katie and Matt full circle. We did it. There's a video of us together.
I love that.
That's where I'm at.
amazing. Wait, I didn't realize you studied law.
Yeah, I have my bachelor's and my master's in law.
Did not know
I started
this.
going to law school and I miscarried my first. And then that's when I was like, I'm now past 30. We're not going to go down that path. And so then I had both kids and the law school came back and said, we could transfer your credits to a master's degree and you have a year left. And so I did that
wow.
after both kids were born.
Hey, I did not know that. That is quite the fun fact.
So I am
that.
educated. Something
You
that
do
the
know what
right
you're talking
doesn't like.
They sure don't. They sure don't. And I have my bachelor's in, it was a double major in public relations and vocal jazz performance. Fun fact.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yep.
From Purdue.
Well, no. So I went to Purdue for 2.5 years where I was a communications major. And then I grew up a few blocks away from Purdue and my dad was a professor and my mom was a teacher at the high school right across the street from campus. And I just needed to get out of my hometown. So I, halfway through my junior year, transferred to Columbia College, Chicago, and did a double major in public relations and vocal jazz performance because I loved music.
Like a few jazz hands or something.
Right? And it was definitely like think Ella Fitzgerald, think Billie Holiday. Like that's what I was studying. Sarah Vaughan. I went real deep down that rabbit hole. and still am. Like you can see them behind me. Like there's Billy. Muddy Waters. I love some blues. So that I wanted music. I just didn't want the churchy evangelical show choir. Everybody has to wear the same shade of awful red
Orange, red.
Revlon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got it at Columbia College and then somehow ended up as an event planner. And now here we are.
Podcast hosts,
I mean, who knew?
activists, moms.
The pipeline is really not direct.
Oh, you know what? As we say podcast hosts, can I just say that I'm taking, not only do I take offense at people calling out Katie's because I like the name for more than Katie Couric, but when they keep saying he was just a podcaster,
Oh my God.
I'm like,
You're like, hey.
as a podcaster myself, I'm a little offended. I'm much more, but
Yeah. I don't think that either of us are going to be receiving stadium pyrotechnic style.
oh, I've been told that I won't. And I really don't have an expectation
I
of that
prefer not.
either.
I would prefer not. I would like some nature involved. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's not my thing.
My husband brought up a really good point though about so my 13-year-old, he and I've been posting about this a little bit on Threads, just understanding like the middle school dynamic, and I'm calling it red pilling. It might not actually be what it is, but I believe that there are these like micro little nuggets of conversation and information that are making it into middle schools and high schools, and that it's coming from somewhere else. And the intention is to shift the mindset of boys predominantly, and probably girls, further to the right. And these conversations are coming up at the lunch table. And so our 13-year-old asked us about Charlie Kirk and what he did, and like why was it a problem? And he said some other things that were the exact talking points that I have seen from adults on the internet. And that's why it hit a flag for me, because I'm hearing him repeat things that he's heard at school, and those exact verbatim things I'm seeing in my comment section from people on the right.
And you know what? It goes down to elementary school, because we have noticed that those who have older siblings are repeating things, and then we hear them in our house. And there was talk about CK, like I don't even want to say his full name, last week. 10-year-olds. Did you hear about him? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Yep.
I always say they're listening, they're watching, they know what's going on.
They do. And if you don't talk to them about it, then they get their information from outside sources. So I try to address it directly. But my husband said something really great when our 13-year-old asked about it. He said, he was like, he used to debate. He would go around college campuses and debate college students. And then our kiddo was like, well, that's not bad. And he goes, no, it's not bad. But instead of having conversations and debating adults, he was going to college campuses, and he's a 30 something year old and was doing this. And I believe he actually was rejected from, there were some college rejections. I know he was rejected from West Point.
He only went to community college for 2 years and he dropped out.
Yeah.
So, and again, we're not judging McJudgersons. You
No.
do you. I don't care. You don't want to go to college, you don't go to college.
Right.
But I find it very ironic that you are going to go on college campuses as a 30-plus-year-old man and try to debate students who are going and have been accepted to a 4-year institution and try to bully them into thinking whatever you think is right.
Yeah. Well,
Just going to say that, I mean, come to your own conclusions, people, but that is what he literally did, context or none.
Right, exactly. Well, and I think that even It's like even just my husband saying he was an adult going to college campuses looking for
Creepy.
a debate, and that comparison without any additional context or information to try to sway his opinion one way or another, our kiddo was like, oh, why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just go talk to grown-ups? And my husband was like, exactly. And I think there's even something really interesting. I look a lot about the motivations that people have for the things that they do, because I really just want to understand. If there's something that I don't understand, I look at who's benefiting from the thing that's happening that I don't understand. Or if that doesn't apply, which I don't think it applies specifically in this situation, but I think looking at it from an angle of like, why, what would motivate him to go? Like, where is that coming from to go to college campuses? And what insecurity is it based in? And because I know I do things based in insecurity. I mean, shit, I just spent 10 minutes talking about my hair. Like, there are things that I do actively that I know are rooted in my insecurity, and that I can recognize that. And I think this is such a wild example of, I would imagine you would feel insecure about your education if you applied to West Point and you were denied, you didn't finish community college, and you're carrying this insecurity about it. Or maybe not. I mean, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was totally fine with it. But like, why would you then choose to go into environments where you were never in the same shoes as the people that you're debating?
The same reason that you would encourage women to not get an education or have a career so that you can pretend that you have a leg up on them, but then behind the closed doors or not,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to marry a woman who is not only older than you, but has a degree, and she's already a millionaire before she
Yeah.
even marries you.
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer in you practice what you preach. So if I say something, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy who was not practicing what he was preaching by any means, and nor is his wife, who's
No.
now a CEO. And this whole, oh, we shouldn't have careers, or take a break while you have your children. You have two kids, like what? So, but you can still be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar media conglomerate slash pack slash nonprofit thing.
Right. It's a very like, do as I say, not as I
Not as I
do.
do. Hmm.
Well, and I think like for her, I there's a whole rabbit hole when you start looking at, she was connected to Trump through Miss USA, and she also, as a 17-year-old, started a nonprofit organization that is connected to a Romanian ministry. And it was at the same time that it's not, none of this is verified by sources that we would consider like legitimate news sources. So all of this is speculation, but there were concerns within Romania of children from these orphanages who went missing at the time of some of the practices of this Romanian ministry, or ministry that was doing work in Romania at the time. So there's this really weird, crazy rabbit hole to then how it just I think that there's, all of this is to say that there's an speculation, of course. I think there's a lot we don't know, and a
Hmm.
lot that we don't understand about what happened behind closed doors and the dynamic in those relationships. I think there's a lot we just simply don't know.
And I think this goes back to a great point that you were making earlier about talking to our kids, because I think this applies no matter if you're right or left. You should be talking to your kids, because
Yes.
if this is what you believe in, if these are the people you follow, and there are skeletons in the closet that you do not know about, because there are. You might want to be the one who's educating your child and not having them scroll on TikTok to get their information from, their
Yeah.
following from, their beliefs from. Doesn't matter who you are as a parent, you should be paying attention and talking to your kids.
Well, and I think a lot of the things that kids are hearing, it's not it. There was an AI representation to memorialize CK, and it was not representative of words he ever actually spoke. So, and I saw a content creator make this connection that if you have hours upon hours from years upon years of you just talking in podcasts, in these debates, in other scenarios, and with all of that access to content of you speaking, and they still have to resort to AI to eulogize you and memorialize you, then what does that say about the content that you left behind, the words that you actually said? And so I think hearing kids like get the messaging of the misrepresentation of his words. So I legitimately have just pulled up YouTube and I've played a few minutes of him talking, and I'm like, this is the guy. This is who we're talking about. And my 10-year-old immediately was like, okay, so he's a racist and a sexist. And this was information that he got from one conversation with one student at Cambridge. And it was just that. And he immediately clocked it. Like there was not any sort of delay. But so there's misinformation that's just rampant. And in this age of AI, it's kind of terrifying to figure out what's real and what's not real, and how to teach your kids. I don't think shielding our kids from this is the move. I think we have to give them the skills to discern what's real and what's not.
Because in addition to AI, misinformation, disinformation, we have a government who lies. You're just blatantly lying to the point where I'm wondering if I'm a conspiracy theorist, because as breaking news hits, I'm like, did that really happen? I don't know if I believe it because of the source being the White House.
Truly. I mean, because they're actively deleting factual information, and they're actively deleting. It's just, it is mind-boggling. I mean, when I go pick up my next round of Kirkland shampoo and conditioner, I should probably get some tinfoil while I'm at it, because like it's just,
they come in packs of 2 at Costco. How do I know? Because I've got them in the garage.
Wait, there's a guy on Threads. I can't remember his name, but he posted multiple hats.
Yes.
And he had like a top hat. He had like multiple hats. And Monica Lewinsky commented, and she's like, definitely the beret. Absolutely choose the tinfoil beret. We should put that in the show notes. We should give him a shout out.
Yes, it popped up in my
genius.
feed too. Yes, I loved it.
Absolutely.
Maybe it would help with our hair. I don't know.
It really would. I wonder if we could do like a tinfoil scrunchie. Is that like, we're not full tinfoil hat. We're somewhere in the middle.
We've gone off the rails.
This might turn out being one of our best episodes ever.
Let us know, everybody, but still hit the 5 stars, not the one. Don't base it all on one episode.
Of course, this is the episode we talked about Katie Couric. Of course it says, Katie, go listen to some other episodes, because
I'm going to tag you in social media.
this is not our best work. But we need, or maybe it is. I think we need the levity. We need the human moments. Because it's all so ridiculous.
It's a shit show. It's a dumpster fire.
It's terrifying, and people are, this is a lot of flames. We are burned out, and this is the evidence of that.